Hey, come on inside. All right, let me get the door. Hey guys, how are you? It is Wednesday. It's in August, trust me. I've been on a bit of a hiatus, busy with other stuff. Alec's been doing a better job on the dailies anyway, so he's been handling this. But today I'm gonna do a daily. We're just gonna kind of talk about what's going on in the workshop. Nothing crazy out of the ordinary for us, but another day. Actually, it's funny, they moved my Norton over here, which I got from the Carsons. I need to put a chain on that. People have been complaining. I still haven't finished it because it's been so hot here. I don't want to ride much when it's that hot. So I'm gonna put a chain on that and start riding that again. We'll do that for another video. Maybe we'll do a how to do a chain. All right, so let's talk about some projects. We'll talk about this first, I think. This is, actually you might want to come from over there, by the way. This is the Urban GS. Now, if anybody's seen the video, there's a teaser video screenshot of me like doing a tiny wheelie on this bike. That was this bike. It was on an Urban GS. One thing that might not be very obvious when you look over at it right now is how much taller it is. So this thing is, without a seat on it, the standover height, right? I'm 6'2". This thing's probably 2.5, 3 inches taller than it used to be. We put the Uline suspension on it, and then also, to make it taller, Stefan fabricated and machined these spacers into the forks and a spacer into the rear shock. It's a lot taller. We did a full custom paint job, kind of inspired by the pre-Dakar bikes of 80s, the R80 and the R100 GS race bikes. We just got this done. Our good buddies over at Classic Jag did the paint and it looks really damn cool. I'm really excited about it. A bunch of aftermarket pieces from Wunderlich, headlight surrounds, and a different rear fender. We put in cruise control, tiny little in-pin Moto Gadget LED turn signals. In fact, these are really kind of kick-ass. Small back there and small back here. So he's still got turn signals, but it kind of looks like he doesn't. And then we built a custom muffler over here on the side, laser, if you can see. We did a super trap exhaust system we built for it to give it a little louder, but not crazy loud. And then of course you can see this massive kickstand. We made a much larger kickstand for it because it needed to be. This is for our buddy Shrews, who's 6'6". He's got even longer legs than I do, and he likes the height, which he doesn't look funny on it. We were joking. We had him come over and sit on it. He doesn't look like a gorilla on a tricycle any longer, the way I look on the Norton. Anyway, let's go talk to Alec about what he's building, working on, repairing. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a touchy subject, and this is something we deal with a whole lot. Like a good bit. And before I got in the motorcycle industry, I used to hate it when you talk to somebody at a motorcycle shop and they would just dog out everybody else's work. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Any mechanic shop, not just a motorcycle shop. They like, oh, who worked on your car? Who worked on your motorcycle?
Oh, they did this.
They did this, and they don't know what they're doing, and they're idiots. I used to hate that. So I don't want to sound that way, and I don't want for you to sound that way.
No. I'm really good at just trying not to. I mean, because you could take anything anywhere else, and somebody's going to have an opinion on it, right?
I'm sure someone has taken something we've done and said those guys are idiots. They don't know what they're doing. But I feel pretty confident in the team and the experience that we've had over the last 10 years that there's a good amount of expertise in this shop. And this bike is another example of a motorcycle that was built by someone else, bought for a client bought it. I'm not going to name the name of the shop that bought it or that built it. Bought in Germany and then shipped over here, and I think he paid good money for it.
Did.
It showed up, and I honestly don't even know the whole list of problems he has or had.
Yeah.
I just know the things I saw immediately, other than the kind of quirky design of the seat line and all that. But
Yeah.
what happened? What when he got the bike? He bought the bike from Germany.
So he bought the
shipped
bike,
to him.
he had it shipped to him here. Well, he lives in Texas, but not in Austin.
Yeah.
So he had it shipped here.
Yeah.
And immediately when he went to ride the bike, he started noticing all the problems.
He got it to start though.
He got it to start, but it wasn't running very well. And then he went to go turn the petcock on, and it broke off. Like the tank, it broke off inside the tank, and when that happened, all the gas went everywhere.
Come around here, laser.
Yeah, as soon as the gas hit
see
the
over here.
engine, then all the paint started coming off. I mean, this was like the first
It was dumping gas. So yeah. So
first impression.
the design of this bike is they used this internal stainless tank that looks like they had someone make, and then they have a cover that goes over this that looks like the factory BMW tank, but it's not. And as soon as they turn the gas on,
Yeah, the petcock broke.
the petcock just broke.
It broke inside of the
Inside of the
the
tank.
bung, and then the gas went everywhere, and then it ate away all the engine paint, and that's when he was
Immediately.
like, "Oh, this is not very good paint." And this was like his first reaction with this bike that he just
Not
got
a
delivered
good first
to him.
impression. Yeah.
And then after that, it was running poorly, and all these weird things were happening, and the geometry of the bike wasn't what he wanted, which is pretty drastic.
If you look over here, Laser, come on this side. Stand over here and you'll see. Look at this seat line. I mean, I think it looks cool in a rendering on Bike XF, maybe.
Yeah, but in reality, it's not functional whatsoever.
This puts you, if you're out as a rider, your ass is here and you're just sliding into the tank immediately.
So basically what they
and
did
low
was-
bars. You've got a high ass.
Well,
and
they
low
lowered
bars.
the front end, they put clip-ons on it, and then raised the rear up, like with the subframe. Like, in my opinion, that doesn't really make any sense. But not to bash the. I mean,
No, we're not done. Hold on. Let me keep describing the stuff that we found, right?
Yeah. So then
Look at this.
it-
Come right here close. This is literally how we found this. This is a triple clamp.
I would say about
was
65% of the hardware on this bike and all the fasteners were
over here.
not only loose but like half out.
This was gone. We're missing axle
Yeah.
pinch bolts.
All these for the brake
Oh yeah,
caliper.
that's right. The brake calipers.
I
they
haven't
come over
tightened
here.
anything yet. I mean, this is just.
Literally, this is as found, completely loose, and I still can't believe it.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, aside from the geometry and how hard it is to ride, like whatever, my thing is it's this all the safety issues with all the loose hardware and the fasteners there. I mean, clearly this bike didn't go through any sort of shakedown
No one
or
rode it.
QC or anything. It was
one
like
rode
get it out the door, Spartan.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, it blows my mind. Whatever, and mistakes happen. I get it. Like it happens to everybody. Happens to
But
us.
you're
like,
sending a bike
but-
overseas.
Yeah, and it's just like so much stuff is loose. I don't understand. I mean, did they take it apart? I don't get it. But anyways, it's just little things like that. It just make.
What's this? Is this tape? That's electrical tape.
Yeah, probably.
What's that holding? It looks like electrical tape that was painted over.
It is.
It is. This is electrical tape right here. We didn't make this up.
Oh, it is.
That's been painted over. And I'm assuming it's holding this. Yeah, it's holding this turn signal wire.
Man. So.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
here's
Wait.
another thing. Not to bash anymore, but
Come around here, Laser.
one thing that. Oh man. So they wired this bike with all black wires. That's crazy.
Because you could just put loom over colored wires. Meaning, if you wire something with black wire, you have to go back and test each individual wire at both ends and terminals.
Or
to
label.
see
So right now,
what's what.
yeah, right now I'm
and then
pulling
label it.
everything off, and instead of it being color coded like a normal thing, I'm having to obviously mark every wire, and it was just a jumble of wire. I mean, everything was just wired and stuffed, literally stuffed into this thing. The battery wasn't secure in here; it was jostling around. Anyways, here's a wiring don't. If you're gonna wire a bike, don't use all black wires. You're just creating a headache for yourself. And
Good
even
luck
if you're,
diagnosing it
even if
later.
you're a selfish human being, you wouldn't do this to yourself. Like, don't do this to yourself.
Look at this
It's
down here,
crazy.
this details laser. Look at Alec. I mean, this is the taillight. It's just electrical wire. You could have easily run it through the subframe, first of all.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we didn't even go through here.
Yeah, I mean,
It's insane.
and now I will say this:
And this,
there are some really cool things about it. There are some redeeming qualities, but
this tank is really well made, except
Mm-hmm.
for obviously the petcock. But even this billet filler cap.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
pretty cool.
It only weighs like 35 pounds, but it's a nice piece. It's vented and everything. And the
Yeah,
tank
I
is
mean-
well done, but whatever the petcock was made of was
and they used all Moto Gadget stuff, which is
good
awesome.
stuff.
But yeah, I mean,
Oh wow.
it's not one of those smart headlights either, so it's not supposed to do that.
All right,
Anyways,
so you're gonna fix it all.
Yeah.
So it happens a lot. We get to redo some work from people and make it right.
yeah, unfortunately, this gentleman has to basically do a lot of stuff. We have to do a lot of stuff over again for him.
He's gonna spend some money.
He's going to spend a lot more money, but I don't know. I don't know what the takeaway from this is, because you think you're making the right decision. You think you're going with somebody that it's going to be a good thing, and sometimes
think-
it isn't.
Yeah, sorry. I think the takeaway is
But
that
I
we
think
continue to share with people that watch our videos and see our stuff the right way we know things should be approached, in little snippets and little pieces at a time, to hopefully help even builders, because that's really what we like, is that a lot of our clients that buy stuff from us online on our website are already builders. They're motorcycle builders. And they're buying stuff from us because the expertise that we have has been helpful, and that's great. It's super satisfying. But I mean, it's embarrassing to talk about these problems and to call out all the flaws in the bike.
But
I think it's make us look better.
No, it's an educational thing,
Yeah.
I think. I mean, this has nothing to, and like I said before, mistakes happen, but none of this is a mistake. I mean, aside from the loose hardware and stuff, but
Yeah, I mean, come on, both sides. Look,
it's just like, are you trying to kill somebody at this point? And it's a
could-
motorcycle, and it's dangerous, and I don't know, just be very aware of your own work and everybody else's
Do you remember
work.
my reaction when you showed me this? You showed me this, and I stood there for a good 30 seconds like this, going,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah, man.
lying. You're making this up. That
No,
can't
it's
be true.
it's crazy, man.
Because even at my worst, as a 6-year-old, I know that keeping the axle tight and the brakes tight is extremely
Yes.
important.
So aside from, fixing a lot of things, I'm obviously going to go through the entire bike again and just tighten everything, make sure everything is where it should be, make sure there's nothing too dangerous aside from it just being a two-wheeled vehicle.
All right, we've gone too long.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
Here
Thank
we
you.
are. Here I
All right,
am.
good luck with that. Did you want to talk about the Urban GS at all? Are you good? You happy with how that turned out?
I am. It looks cool.
It looks neat. It's a little tall, but
I'm on my tiptoes on that bike, but I'm only 5'11", so.
There you are. You're just a short guy.
5'11".
It's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I'm not 6.
Andy's lurking
5'12".
over there. Do you want to be on camera? You can walk
can
right
walk
through
through
it.
the
Doesn't
shot.
matter. It's a workshop, man. Stuff's happening. This isn't meant to be like cinematic.
Speaking of
I would have
5'11",
moved. There's
Andy
enough
is
room
not
for
5'11".
you. Yeah, Andy's not 5'11". There's enough room for you to walk through when I'm being fat.
Josh, how tall are you?
6'2"-ish,
Dang.
3. Oh, you got boots on. That's not fair.
Yeah, it's my lifts. That's what does it.
Sweet. I'll be here if you need me.
Good luck. I'm going to Mexico in the morning. I'll see you when I'm getting back from your homeland.
Yeah, tell him I said hi.
All right, we're gonna go talk to Andy since Andy apparently wants to be on camera. You know what? Let's do this real quick. The Urban GS that I just showed you is modeled after, well, I shouldn't say that. This bike was modeled after the race bike. This is modeled after the race bike that our Urban GS is modeled after. So in other words, this is what they call the BMW GS 1000 Paris Dakar. So you can see this says Paris Dakar on it. Well, Paris Dakar is obviously the desert race. They sued BMW for using this. So in 1991, this bike went from being called the Paris Dakar to being called the BMW GS 1000 PD because they didn't own the rights using Paris Dakar. So anyway, this bike I bought years ago for about $2,000, and we let everybody ride it and flog it and love it. It's dirty. I even have a nicer seat for it. Obviously, we can put a new seat on it, but I like it looking kind of grungy and screwed up. And if it rains, you get a wet butt. But it's been super reliable. Some guys hate it. Some guys love it. I still love it. It's super cool. Desert looking bike. It's been to Alaska a couple times. This thing's been to California a couple times. It's been all over. Anyway, yeah. So similar style, but even this bike isn't as tall as the one you just saw, the Urban GS. Let's go talk to Andy. Andy. So look, we were just doing a video about
Literally.
we were talking about this. So this looks a lot like a BMW Airhead tank.
It looks a lot like a BMW.
Looks a lot like a BMW, but
It is in fact
look.
not.
It is a fiberglass cover, which I guess would make it cheaper to do this and do that stainless tank that was underneath on that bike. What's the point of this?
I honestly don't really know.
No, I'm just trying to think through like why they did this.
The only reason I can think of is that this is supposed to be a production bike,
And this will make
like
it
a limited
just
run.
easier.
And I think, yeah, just replicating this multiple times with a mold is easier.
You wouldn't have to worry. I'm not going to put the name because I don't want anybody to see the name of who did this, but you wouldn't have to see the name of the. I mean, you wouldn't have to seal this up, and it wouldn't have to be. Wouldn't have to hold fuel.
Yeah.
Making a square stainless tank is much easier than trying to make this out of aluminum and make it shapely and make it hold fuel. If you made it out of stainless, this would weigh 1,000 pounds. So anyway,
Yeah.
what are you doing over here? What are you working on? I don't see any motorcycles.
I'm actually waiting for that bike. I'm taping this off because I'm gonna start working on remounting it and redoing.
Oh, why? Because the mounts were very good either?
They were basically non-existent.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was just sitting on top of the.
More or less.
Man, we're not trying to dog these guys out.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I didn't even know that's what you were
Yeah.
going to be working on.
Yeah. It's kind of unfortunate because the fuel cell thing, I think, really.
It's kind of smart.
Well, yeah, it's smart for a race bike where you need only a little bit of fuel, but on a street bike, I think it's problematic. So.
Yeah, it doesn't hold. That thing looks like about 1.5 gallons, maybe 2 gallons.
Maybe if you're.
Or should I say 5 liters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
New stuff.
This is exciting.
Yeah.
The new sucker. Look, Ty's got one. We decided to get safe with
something we've been needing to do for a while.
So if you guys can't tell, this is pretty cool. This is a filtration system, and then this
Specifically for weld fumes.
for weld fumes. So
Yeah.
when look at this. And a light. Wait, that's on. Okay, and it has a light too. Why does yours have a different? Yours has a different bulb in it.
Oh, I don't know.
His seems brighter. Anyway.
One of the things I think is really cool is that you see these little photo eyes here?
Yeah.
They're actually light sensing, so when the art comes on, it turns itself off and on automatically. So super
That's
convenient.
how it works.
And then the arm is
You can go out to the
positionable.
bike.
Exactly.
Right, and it holds itself like, kinda.
Kinda.
That's pretty exciting, dude. So yeah, Andy
Yeah,
and
I'm stoked.
Ty are gonna breathe less toxic fumes when they weld.
It's going to make the shop better and healthier for everybody, really.
It's true. You excited by that, Ty? Safety first if there's time,
If you can afford it.
if you can afford it. So Lincoln Electric, cool. Now that you've got the whole thing, and then of course, I don't know if we talked about this before. I know we had discussed it, but Ty has his own new welder. So we replaced laser. You can kind of film this. We replaced this more traditional 375 precision TIG that we had that we were really happy with. It's kind of an old school machine, an old school technology. And we went to, Andy already had one, the smaller liquid cooled. Can you talk about the difference between the two welders?
Yeah. So basically, one's an inverter and one's a traditional transformer machine.
Right.
So the inverter is more efficient. It has more adjustability and more tunability as
More
far
precision,
as
really.
exactly.
More control.
And
Not to mention it's a lot smaller.
It's a smaller package. It requires less power. They're pretty amazing. We did an unbox video. I don't know if it's ever going to end up in a daily, but
I don't think it is.
yeah.
I think it was a little boring.
Ty was a little awkward.
Oh, it was Ty's fault.
Who, me? Awkward?
Yeah. No, you're so chatty too.
Yeah.
Hey, what year is your Harley?
This is a
18.
18
It's an
Harley-Davidson Bro Dog.
This is the brand new Bro Dog. It's got a giant wide tire on the front and a giant wide. Yeah, I know. We did some custom work to this. If you can't see, this is did some custom pegs, did this sissy bar, did some highway bars, and immediately it got crashed.
Saved Ken's life.
Which is not because of us, really because it kept the bike off of him. No, you just want to say that it saved someone's life.
Yeah.
So we're getting to redo this. Is it going to be better the second time? Yeah. Anyway, how many miles does it have on it now? Not that many.
I think he's been riding.
Stuff out of it. He's been riding it a lot. All right. Anyway, new welder, new filtration, new kick-assness. All right, weld some stuff. I'll leave you alone. Maybe we'll do a little demo video later of it turning off and on.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Cool.
Okay. Thanks, man. I'll
Go
see you later.
Winners.
Okay, I think that's a long enough daily, actually. That was enough. We can walk over here if you guys want to see this. We've got the... So tomorrow morning, I'm going down to Mexico City to hang out with some guys to the Vintage Moto Art, 73 Vintage Moto Art show in Mexico City. I'm pretty excited about doing that. We'll have a full report from that. We were supposed to take this Guzzi V9 and my Le Mans 1 Guzzi, but shipping and logistics did not work out. So we got this bike all cleaned up and ready to ship, and here it sits. not in Mexico City. We'll figure it out next time. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, share this with your friends. Tell us you love us, tell us you hate us. Go get your hands dirty. Love you, mean it. Bye.
You just wait to me.